JDW Blood Rumble 40th show of 2023 by Colton Dennis. The crowd is cheering. Hello everyone and welcome to another night for Blood Rumble, where tonight we have another great match in store for all of you, said announcer number 1. Oh, and I can't wait. Because tonight we'll get another victory in our pocket. Especially since we brought the LMDW Tag Team Championships here, said announcer number 2. That was an amazing night, wasn't it? But let's make this night another memorable one too, said announcer number 1. Oh, I could already feel it will be, said announcer number 2. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is a triple threat TLC match. The first person to retrieve the clipboard will be the winner. Introducing the challengers, first representing Hatred Slam, the Surgeon, next representing Blood Rumble, Price, and their opponent representing the Wild Bull, Dynamite, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Price rolls outside of the ring, then grabs a ladder. Both Dynamite and the Surgeon are punching each other. The Surgeon knees Dynamite's stomach. Dynamite groans. The Surgeon bounces Dynamite off of the ropes. Dynamite bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. The Surgeon goes to clothesline Dynamite. Dynamite ducks, runs, then does a suicide dive onto Price. Price goes into the barricade. What a suicide dive that was by Dynamite, said announcer number 1. Dynamite stands up, then waves his arms. The crowd is cheering. The Surgeon bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then dropkicks Dynamite. Dynamite goes face first into the barricade, then he groans. Oh, Surgeon just sends Dynamite into the barricade, said announcer number 2. The Surgeon grabs a ladder, slides it into the ring, then goes to slide inside it. Price grabs the Surgeon's legs, then pulls him outside of the ring. Both Price and the Surgeon start punching each other. Here's another fist fight, said announcer number 1. I'll pick Surgeon to win this one, said announcer number 2. The Surgeon knees Price's stomach. Price groans. The Surgeon grabs Price's left arm, then whips him. Price goes into the steel stairs, then he groans. Oh, Surgeon just sent Price into the steel stairs. That could injure your shoulder, said announcer number 1. The Surgeon slides into the ring, stands up, picks up the ladder, then sets it up. Surgeon is gonna try and make this a quick match, said announcer number 2. The Surgeon starts climbing up the ladder. Dynamite climbs onto the ledge of the ring, looks at the Surgeon, jumps up, then does a springboard dropkick onto him. The Surgeon groans, then falls off of the ladder. Oh, what a springboard dropkick that was, said announcer number 1. Well, at least Dynamite stopped a Hatred Slam person, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but Dynamite could take advantage of the situation, said announcer number 1. Both Dynamite and the Surgeon stand up. The Surgeon goes to clothesline Dynamite. Dynamite ducks, runs, then bounces off of the ropes. The Surgeon lifts Dynamite. Dynamite does a head scissors onto the Surgeon. The Surgeon flips onto the mat. He groans, then stands up next to the ropes. Dynamite stands up, runs at the Surgeon, then clotheslines him over the top rope. The Surgeon lands onto the floor. There goes Surgeon, said announcer number 1. Dynamite better watch out, said announcer number 2. Dynamite turns around. A steel chair hits Dynamite's stomach. Dynamite groans, then bends over. Price swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits Dynamite's back. Dynamite groans, then he falls onto the mat. Price drops the steel chair, runs, bounces off of the ropes, then kicks the left side of Dynamite's head. Dynamite falls through the bottom rope, then he lands onto the floor. What a kick that was by Price, said announcer number 1. Price looks up at the clipboard, then starts climbing up the ladder. Here we go. Price is gonna grab the clipboard and Blood Rumble gets another victory. Price gets to the top of the ladder, then reaches for the clipboard. The Surgeon slides into the ring, stands up, then grabs the ladder. Price looks down at the Surgeon, then shakes his head. The Surgeon pushes the ladder. Price falls off of the ladder, then gets hung off onto the top rope. Oh man, hopefully Price doesn't want children, said announcer number 2. Price is sitting on the top rope. The Surgeon looks at Price, picks up the steel chair, then swings it. The steel chair hits Price's left shoulder. Price groans, then falls onto the ledge of the ring. The Surgeon pushes Price off the ledge of the ring with his feet. Price lands onto the floor, then he groans. The Surgeon picks up the ladder, folds it, then sets up into the corner. Surgeon has an idea here. But what it is, I don't know, said announcer number 1. The Surgeon rolls underneath the ropes, walks, grabs a table, then slides it into the ring. Surgeon definitely has something on his mind, said announcer number 2. The Surgeon grabs a second table, then slides it into the ring. 2 tables. The surgeon grabs a third table. 3 tables, said announcer number 1. The surgeon sets up the third table outside of the ring. Whatever he has planned, I don't think it's good, said announcer number 2. When is using a table in these types of matches ever good? Asked me announcer number 1. The surgeon slides into the ring, stands up, sets up the first and second table, then grabs the ladder. Dynamite appears on the ledge of the ring, jumps up, then springboards himself. The surgeon throws the ladder. The ladder hits Dynamite. Dynamite falls onto the mat, then he groans. Oh man, that could have really hurt Dynamite. Probably gave him a concussion, said announcer number 2. The surgeon sets up the ladder between both tables, then starts climbing up it. Surgeon's going for the clipboard again, said announcer number 1. His idea must have fallen apart when Dynamite came in, said announcer number 2. The surgeon gets to the top of the ladder, then reaches for the clipboard. Price slides into the ring, quickly climbs up the opposite side of the ladder, then punches the surgeon. The surgeon groans. Price reaches for the clipboard. The surgeon punches Price, then reaches for the clipboard. Both Price and the surgeon continuously punch each other. Dynamite slowly standing up. How is Dynamite moving after that? Asked announcer number 1. I don't even know how, said announcer number 2. Dynamite grabs the steel chair, stands fully up, then throws it. The steel chair hits both Price and the surgeon. Both Price and the surgeon groan. Dynamite picks up the steel chair, then throws it again. The steel chair hits both Price and the surgeon again. Both Price and the surgeon are swaying on top of the ladder, look, punch each other, fall off both sides of the ladder, then go through the setup tables. Oh God, said announcer number 1. Well, I guess surgeon's idea kinda worked, said announcer number 2. Dynamite is leaning against the ropes, looks up at the clipboard, then starts walking towards the ladder. This could be Dynamite's opportunity here. Both Price and surgeon are out now, said announcer number 1. Dynamite slowly climbs up the ladder. Dynamite is gonna win for the Wild Bowl, said announcer number 2. Dynamite continues climbing up the ladder, gets to the top of it, then reaches for the clipboard. The Hood appears climbing over the barricade, sliding into the ring, then pulling the ladder out from the middle of the ring. Dynamite looks down at the Hood. The Hood stands on the side of the ladder, then looks up at Dynamite. Dynamite tries kicking the Hood. The Hood ducks down, stands back up, then pushes the ladder over. Dynamite falls off the ladder, then goes through the setup table outside of the ring. Dear God, said announcer number 1. Took the words out of my mouth, said announcer number 2. That was definitely a nasty fall through the table. And where did Hood come from anyway? Asked announcer number 1. Security guards are running down the ramp. The Hood rolls underneath the ropes, climbs over the barricade, then runs away. Security guards are chasing the Hood. The surgeon is slowly moving. Surgeon is starting to move around, said announcer number 2. The surgeon slowly stands up, moves the pieces of the broken table, walks towards the ladder, grabs, then slides it into the middle of the ring. Well, this might be surgeon's chance now, said announcer number 1. The surgeon starts climbing up the ladder. Price is slowly standing up, then grabs the surgeon's right leg. The surgeon tries pushing Price with his right leg. Price pulls the surgeon off the ladder. Both Price and the surgeon continuously punch each other. Here comes another fist fight, said announcer number 2. The surgeon knees Price's stomach. Price groans. The surgeon whips Price into the corner. Price groans. The surgeon runs at Price. Price lifts both of his knees. The surgeon runs into Price's knees, he groans, then walks away. Price looks at the surgeon, then waves at him. The surgeon turns around. Price goes for a jumping leg lariat onto the surgeon. The surgeon lifts Price over his head. Price lands onto the ladder, then tries climbing up it. What a way to get onto the ladder, said announcer number 1. The surgeon grabs Price's legs. Price tries reaching for the clipboard. The surgeon pulls Price down, then sets him up for a powerbomb. Price punches the surgeon's head. The surgeon is groaning. Price does a Hurricane Rana onto the surgeon. The surgeon stands up in the corner. Price runs at the surgeon, then goes for a jumping corner body splash onto him. The surgeon quickly moves. Price goes into the corner, then he groans. The surgeon runs, then bounces off of the ropes. Price turns around, then quickly does a jumping leg lariat onto the surgeon. Oh, pay the price, connects, said announcer number 2. The surgeon rolls outside of the ring. Price stands up, then looks at Dynamite. Dynamite is slowly pulling himself up onto the ledge of the ring. Price picks up the steel chair, then throws it at Dynamite. The steel chair hits Dynamite. Dynamite groans, then holds onto the top rope. Price kicks the top rope. Dynamite lets go of the top rope, falls off the ledge of the ring, then lands onto the surgeon. Oh, Dynamite landed right on top of the surgeon, said announcer number 1. Price looks up at the clipboard, climbs up the ladder, gets to the top of it, then pulls down the clipboard. Ring the bell, sold referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winner, Price, said announcer number 3. Price has done it. He has won the match for Blood Rumble, said announcer number 2. This was a hard-fought match. I really thought after Price and Surgeon went through those tables, I thought Dynamite had it in the bag. But, for some odd reason, the Hood came out and screwed Dynamite, said announcer number 1. Yeah, I don't understand why he did that, said announcer number 2. Well, congratulations to Price. Another win for Blood Rumble. And as we usually say, good night. Be safe out there and see you next time everyone, said announcer number 1. Bye-bye, said announcer number 2 waving. Price raises the clipboard. The crowd is booing. The end.